But I just want to talk about a few things here and there. With Phil Foden, did you envision that he would go to have this career that he's had? Because he's still so young, multiple Premier League titles to his name.
Well, it was Pep Guardiola a few years ago where he didn't have to replace. It was one of the big names where he didn't have to replace because he still thought he's got a young one. And he kept telling us about this young one, this Phil Foden, who he believes in. And let's be fair, the kid has held his own now for 4 or 5 years now, you know, 150 times he's played for Man City, and he's only 22, 23. Wonderful footballer, blessed with real natural abilities. So it doesn't surprise us that he keeps picking him every week because he's such an outstanding talent.
Because the flip side is we've seen players actually leave City and find success elsewhere. As a youngster, Sancho got great success when he went to Germany. He decided to leave City. There are other routes, but there are others who don't make it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're a young player, you've got to be an exceptionally good footballer to try and break into that Man City squad. We're talking about arguably the strongest squad in the world. Even though they've had 2, 3, maybe iffy results, we still see them and purr and watching them how good they are. So to break into it, you have to be an unbelievable talent. Now, Man City in the last couple of years have got the boy Rico Lewis now, who's only 18-year-old and already an England international. And, of course, Phil Foden, who's turned himself into an England international regular. He plays for Gareth Southgate. So a big pat in the back, you know. They're doing a little bit with the academy side of it. And they've got 2 or 3 in the squad, which is a big number considering the depth in the squad and how good it is of Manchester City.
That's the thing, because last week I had a conversation on camera with Jermaine Pennant, and he was saying maybe there's some regrets on his side that he left Notts County to go to Arsenal because he couldn't get a game. He went from being a starting player to not being able to play, and he cited Jude Bellingham as an example who chose not to go to United but went to Dortmund.
Yeah, and even, you know, even to go, yeah, to do that, and even when he was leaving Dortmund to go to Madrid rather than anywhere else, it looks as if that was the pathway for him. So, look, we're talking about an exceptional player here now where...
All of these names I'm mentioning are brilliant.
Yeah,
Foden,
I mean, Jude
Bellingham.
Yeah, I mean, Bellingham, I think, is the biggest one. That's why I think England have got an outstanding chance of, because we have got a superstar in our hands at the minute with Bellingham, yeah. That's for sure.
And it's great to see players who have made mistakes in the past but continue to buckle down, fix those mistakes and go out there and impress. In the case of Foden, I mean, remember he got thrown out of England camp one time. And yeah, now he's come back stronger.
Yeah, but he's a young player. He's a young player, and unfortunately the spotlight is on football players today. They're supposed to be holier than thou, can't make mistakes. They're still human beings. They're still young players, and they are going to make mistakes. But I think Foden went in to see Pep, and Pep said to him, be patient, you will get your game time. Because he wants to play. You can see the boy loves playing football. He wants to play, needs to play. There's no point Phil Foden now sitting on the bench. He needs to be a first-team regular, and he's an exceptional talent. I mean, the boy Bellingham, I think he's the best midfield player in the world.
In the world?
In the world. Right now, on current form, he's the best midfield player in the world. He's fit. We've got a chance. We've got a very, very good chance. He can do everything.
There's not many 19, 20-year-olds go and rip up Real Madrid. I mean, they're comparing him with the great Zidane and also it's the best start that any
better
players,
than Ronaldo.
Better than any start that anybody's ever had. So that's the level. Of course, he's got to stay there, and he is young, but the world's at his feet because he's such a talent, which we've all known about him for years, to be perfectly honest. You know, there's everyone that keeps talking about. I remember Rooney 20, 30 years ago. Everybody knew that this Everton had a young little Scouse kid who's a wonderful footballer. Same went for Bellingham. To go and have the progress he's done, he's ripped up Germany, and he looks as if he's ripping up Spain at the minute.
Yeah.
No.